Okay, so today I wanted to make a video about the importance of sleep. We all sleep, everybody does it, but nobody really I don't think a lot of people understand how important sleep is. Number one is the average person needs, if you look at this picture right here, if you look at this picture, I'm gonna send a picture right here. The average person needs at least 8 to 10 hours of rest, depending on age and stuff. Sleep plays such an important role in our lives, and everything that we does requires sleep. Whether it's exercise, memorizing, learning, everything requires sleep. But so many people don't really understand just how important sleep is. Not a lot of people really take into consideration, because now we live in this society where we're so busy. It's so much going on. It's really hard to get sleep. People have school, have work, have a lot of things just going on in their head, and it's just so hard to just sit back, relax, and get their sleep needed. But the mistake a lot of people make is when you don't get a lot of sleep, it really messes up your body, it messes up your mind, it just messes up a lot of things on how you go about your day-to-day life. If you go to bed at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock and you miss your hours of sleep, whether it's 1 hour, 2 hours of sleep, that builds up. So by the end of the week, you have what's called sleep debt. And that's 14 hours of sleep that you're in. Taking naps is good. Taking, occasional rest builds that up. But that's something that you can never get back. So those hours that you stay up all night or whatever, you're continually ruining your sleep. Sleep debt is something that you don't want to be in. And when you really get your sleep in, it makes you feel so much better. You're more productive in the day. You can get so much more done. Now you might be wondering, how can you improve your sleep? How can you build better sleep habits? Number one is go to bed at the same time. If you go to bed at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, do that every single day. Of course, we're not perfect. You're going to ruin it. You might just miss a night or miss, you might go to bed a little bit later, a little bit earlier. But try to overall go to bed at the same time every single day. When you do that, you build consistency. You build in a habit. And when you build a habit, your body overall gets used to it. That way, when you wake up in the morning, you feel overall well rested. When you go to bed too early or too late, it will end up in the same result. You'll still feel tired. It doesn't matter how much sleep that you got. You'll still feel tired like you didn't get no sleep. That's why it's important. Go to bed at the same exact time as much as possible. Another thing that you could do is, before you go to bed, 1 hour, 2 hours earlier, set up some time before you go to bed. Don't just outright just turn off everything and go to bed. You want to kind of get your body and mind preparation before you go to bed. So that means turning off the TV, your cell phone, any light 1 hour, 30 minutes before you go to bed. Because when you are exposed to light, your body and your mind will think that it's still daylight outside, and it will release hormones, melatonin, that will keep your body up, and that will make it just overall harder to go to sleep. And when it's harder to go to sleep, you won't get any rest. So just turn off all the lights, turn off everything, so that way when it's time to go to bed, you well rested. Avoid heavy meals. You are what you eat. If you eat anything heavy, like let's say some chili or spaghetti or anything like that, that will make it a lot harder for your body to go to sleep, because when you're going to sleep, your body replenishes itself, and now it has to digest the food while you're sleeping, and that makes it overall harder on your body. So when you get something light or nothing at all before you go to bed, it makes it a whole lot easier on your body. That way when you go into sleep and you're in your sleep cycle, your body has nothing to worry about. It just focuses on replenishing itself. So when you get up in the morning, you well rested, you feel good, you know what I'm saying, and you overall look a lot better too, because that way that food that you eating, that won't take up anything on your body. Avoid anything with sugar. Avoid soda, coffee. Don't drink or eat none of that stuff, especially before going to bed, because that will just overall make it a whole lot harder for you to go to sleep. Your body gonna be, just going crazy. Your mind gonna be racing and stuff, and that's just gonna make it a whole lot harder to go to bed. Stress is the #1 key thing. Is you have to reduce your stress levels. That's the #1 sleep killer right there. You want to go to bed in a good mindset. You don't want to think about tomorrow. Just stay in the moment. And in fact, don't even don't even think about nothing, because when you're stressed or you're overall just overthinking, it's making it very hard on your brain to shut down, because that's the key to going to sleep good. You want your mind to shut down and to slow down and take it easy. Another thing I love to do is exercise, or just go outside, or whatever it is. Do some type of activity to get your body to shut down, so that way when it's time is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, your body is getting tired. You don't want to be over exhausted, but you kind of want to be a little bit tired, because then it will make it so much easier to go to bed. Now let's say you really ain't going outside, or you're not doing exercise. Take a hot bath or a hot shower. That will really open up your body pores. That overall just relax your body. And then that way, when it's time to go to bed, you'll feel a lot more relaxed, and overall, it'll just help your body go into bed. You make sure that you set the temperature, because when it's too hot, I know this person, when it's too hot, it's so hard to go to bed. You're gonna be flipping in bed. It's just gonna be overall so hard to go to bed. And when it's too cold, it's really not enjoyable when it's too cold, because then when you get up in the morning, it's gonna be hard to get out of bed. Make sure you set the temperature, not too cold, not too hot. Not too cold, not too hot. You want it in between. And when you get it in between at that right temperature, then they'll make falling asleep so much easier, as opposed to if it being too hot or too cold. Last thing I have to say is sleep apps. Now, there's apps like Headspace, Sleepwalk, Relax Melodies. You have so many sleeping apps that makes it so much easier to go to bed, and I'll link them all in the description below that you can download. Try them out. They're all free. Try to find that thing that can help you go to sleep, whether it's relaxing or put you in a calm mindset. Try to find that, or listening to sound or whatever it is. Find that, because then they'll just make it so much easier to go to bed. You'll feel a lot more refreshed. You'll be more happy, more productive, and your day will just be so much better when you do this. Now that's it for the video. I hope you guys loved the video, enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope that you can sleep, because sleep is so important and something that we undermine. We don't value. We need to value sleep more. It's something that is going under. Is not talked about enough on how important sleep is. It's something that we need to talk about more. It's something that's so important. So please get your sleep, get your rest. I'll catch you on the next video, and I'm out.